Hello.
Oh, welcome, guys.
How are you guys doing?
What's that?
What's that? Anyways, we're here looking at reviewing a what's it called? Jubilee?
It's a Jubilee video, guys.
Jubilee
I'm
video.
sure you all know, what they're about and everything. But yeah, he doesn't know.
I have no idea what
all
we're
of you
watching.
guys know, but he doesn't.
Yeah, it's my first time on this kind of video, but it's gonna be exciting. We're getting into what's the topic for this one?
So the topic is pretty controversial. Is obesity a choice? Go get in it today.
I'm gonna say it right now. Yes, you can choose not to be obese. You may start off obese or in a bad situation, but you can always choose to be better.
I agree, 100%.
Right,
but
let's see what these people have to say.
Our first prompt is, I have felt disgusted looking at a fat body. Can our agreeers please step forward?
See, now is it a fat body of yourself or someone else's fat body?
Whoever feels compelled to start us off.
Well, it's unacceptable to be fat.
Okay. That's a great start. I mean, I know what you say.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you for being fat. Honestly, could care less. Could care less. There's no excuse to be fat. Someone just dust cropped another person. Anyways,
they're definitely fighting later.
Yeah.
Oh, he's following him. Anyways,
Florida.
It's literally Tuesday night. Unemployed. Yeah, they're
unemployed
the
ass. Unemployed ass. No, literally, they have nothing fucking better to do.
Not us.
Anyways,
yeah.
I know why you say that, but it's one of those things where, do you know why you're saying that?
Yes, because I've been fat before and I lost the weight.
Well, me too. I've been fat my whole life. I've been way skinnier than I am now, and I've been way heavier than I am now. Was I less valuable at one point in there?
Well, I mean, you can make an argument that you're less valuable when you're fatter because you drain resources, but that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, I mean, in general, being fat is unacceptable because you control every single morsel of food that goes into your mouth.
Okay.
It shows a lack of discipline, it shows a lack of character, it shows a lack of temperance, and when you're fat, it's an outward manifestation of your inadequacies.
When I see somebody who's 500 or 600 pounds, all I can think of is, why do they care so little about their health that they can do this, allow themselves to gain that much weight, knowing it's taken 20, 30, 40 years off their life? I just can't imagine not wanting to live that badly.
I understand that. No, it's I've definitely felt disgusted looking at my own body and looking at other fat bodies in my life. A lot of the disgust I felt looking at people was me feeling disgusted with myself and then projecting that feeling onto other people. And I don't think anyone on either side will disagree that health is important. I know that
the
my
skinny
own
people are just like
mental health
laser focused.
was way worse when I was spending every fixate of my life trying to get smaller and trying to be thinner.
I don't think there's anyone that can look at somebody 500, 600, 700 pounds and not think, wow, what have they done? And not be disgusted. Like, how can you not? I just can't understand.
You can't
nobody
assume that everyone has the same opinion, though, because unfortunately, some people have emotional stuff that happened, traumatic stuff that's happened, so you can't discount and just say, because they're fat.
Boo-hoo, man. Like, there's way worse stuff going out in the world versus people saying, oh
Okay,
my
I think
God,
we
I'm
should
sad, I'm
pause
going to
here.
eat ice cream. It's like, no.
I think there's a big difference between people who are just like, oh yeah, I'm fat and I'm just gonna stay fat, and then people that are like, okay, I'm fat, let me do something about it. They're definitely talking about the people that are just sitting there like, yeah, obesity, I'm obese and I can't do anything about it. That's what they're referring to. They're not referring to like the people that are in the gym that are like grinding, trying to get, do better for themselves. They're talking about the people that just accepted their fate and said, well, it's everybody else's fault, it's the food's fault, it's blah blah blah, I work too much, blah blah blah. It's like the people that make excuses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I honestly, like, this is so funny. He's so fucking dead on. The guy in the blue is dead on, and he's like, I'm gonna fucking get you. I'm gonna get you, you fucking fat ass.
Bro.
I'm gonna tear you to shreds. I have every point lined in and ready, locked and loaded. Fuck you.
He practiced for
Like,
this.
he's like fucking ready. And then the other guy, he's just like, he doesn't have an actual thought. That's my thing, right? So here's the thing. When it comes to the the guy's perspective on the right when he said that people have an emotional problem and have trauma that's happened to them which causes them to get fat or stay fat. That's true. The number one step to progress is accepting that and is realizing that and then getting help.
Definitely.
A lot of people that stay fat decide that it's okay or decide that that's just who they're gonna be. Like they consider fat a personality,
like the identity.
Exactly. And that in itself is, I wouldn't go as far to say as a mental illness, but definitely something that's prohibiting them from being a better version of themselves, just at a healthy weight. They don't have to be like fully yoked and crazy, like souped up, veins popping on every fucking angle of their body, but at least to a healthy weight like the other guy was. He says himself like he was the skinniest and the heaviest he's ever been, but in a healthy manner, not in like because he's starving himself or he's like just taking a different kind of ED, like eating disorder. It's literally him taking the step to better his life. But you can't make excuses to make yourself comfortable with that, because that's just gonna put you into a corner and you're just gonna fuck yourself over.
That part.
Yeah.
Like, no, dude, it's like, you're fat, you made that decision, you live in the best country ever. If you live in a civilized first world country where you have electricity, internet power, etc., you deserve to be bullied. It's ridiculous to me that we have all these fat people running around. Meanwhile, people are being bombed in Gaza. It's ridiculous. We are so privileged here in the United States and in the West in general. When I see a fat person, I'm like, wow, you got the gift of life. You got the gift of being in a developed country, and you're a fat POS talking about body positivity on TikTok? What the hell is going on?
But now you're
here?
segmenting though, because not everyone thinks like that.
No, we need to bring shaming back.
Okay.
We need to bring shaming back in so many other regards besides obesity. We need to do it with sluts. We need to shame fat people. We need to shame everybody when they fuck up. Because shame has been one of the strongest defenses against degeneracy and human fuck-ups.
You had a personal experience you wanted to share. You said you used to be overweight. Now you're not.
Oh yeah. So I did an experiment back in like 2015 where I like bulked for like almost 2 years. And I got up to like 250 pounds. And then I dieted down. It took me about 7 months. I systematically did it, controlled my calories, tracked my macros, tracked my protein, carbs, fats, and systematically lost 1 to 2 pounds per week.
So you chose to gain up to 250.
Yeah,
you
so
were
I've been in all spectrums. Like, I'm naturally skinny.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, I'm going to get fat as an experiment.
Yeah.
Did it. And then I was like, all right, now I'm going to lose the weight. And then all I did was just track my calories, ate the same food every single day.
Yeah.
Went to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. And everything was controlled and it got done. Was it monotonous? Of course. Was it boring?
I agree with you there. I am naturally this way. This is with working out 4 or 5 times a week.
That's not true.
This is 100% true, bro.
Nah, bro.
No,
Come to the gym with me.
It's not natural at all, because at the end of the day, if you don't lose weight, by definition, you're not in a calorie deficit. If you're not in a calorie deficit, then you're going to either maintain or gain weight. And that's the problem, is that people don't track their calories.
And that's true, but people burn at their resting metabolic rate a different set of calories.
Doesn't matter.
Let's not get too granular right now. Ragini, it's going to be one of those episodes, right? Let's bring in the disagreeers and hear from them.
A whole different topic, bro.
Like, he didn't know what he was talking about with the prompts when it comes to that. Like, he was literally talking about how he did a fit to fat to fit fucking experiments, but like the prompt was,
have you felt disgusted?
Have you felt disgusted? Not if you can fucking do the work. Obviously you did the work. Nobody's doubting that the work can be done, right? But the prompt is, after everything you've experienced, do you still feel that? And he obviously does, saying that he should bring back bullying and everything. I think encouragement works way better than bullying. Bullying just makes them feel like, oh, that's what the haters are saying. Haters can hate, and I'm gonna stay the way I am because I'm a little pick me, and I want everybody to love me the way I am. So that's the kind of reaction you're gonna get from that when it comes to bullying and shaming and everything.
Well, like it varies from person to person. Like, some people just don't work like that. Like bullying just doesn't do anything positive. Like for some people, maybe it'll inspire them. Like I know my dad has told me stories about how like he's gotten bullied and it inspired him to be better. But some people just cannot take it. Like they just can't. They're just not. They don't think that way.
It brings a negative effect. Worst case scenario, someone offs themselves because of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have to live with that guilt.
Exactly. So in no case should bullying or shaming be brought back. In any case. If anything, the encouragement to be better should be brought back.
That part.
Because people have just been like ignoring. That's the problem. The issue is ignoring. Anyways.
Okay, so the reason I disagreed, especially when I heard the statement, I don't think I'll ever look at somebody based on their situation and think that I'm disgusted. Like, if I see somebody that's a drug addict on the street that's homeless, I'm not disgusted by that. If I see somebody that's incredibly overweight, I'm not disgusted by that. Do I think that there's an opportunity for growth? Do I think they've been put in a disadvantageous position that's probably makes it harder for them? Absolutely. I think I'm kind of an empath, so when I see somebody, I know that there's things underlying, and one of my best friends is 400 plus pounds. I've helped him lose 150, 200 pounds. He's gained it back. And I don't look at him and say, I'm disgusted, but I know how bad he wants it. And just seeing how hard he tries and then reverts, it's almost more tough for me than to be like, oh, that's disgusting, you know? And I think there's plenty of people that look at me and say, that's disgusting. I never want to look like that. So like, I know what it feels like on the other side to like look the way I do and get people look at me like, ugh, that's gross to like have that muscle. And to go back to that point, like you came from a fit place and like deciding to bulk, like that's a conscientious decision to gain weight. Like you already have those habit routines and skills in order to stay in shape, and then you use those same skills you had to pull back on the calories and knowledge you had.
The reason why I use that example is that you can get fat and lose the weight if you know what you're doing and you have the knowledge and everything else like that. It's just about consistency over time. So it's like, I look at it like...
let me cut you off, because here's one thing that you just said.
Yeah.
You had the tools. So there's people that don't have the tools that you've passed judgment on, and you have failed to realize that with the tools, people are very much capable of achieving amazing things. But
okay, let's talk about sex.
No, hold on, I'm not done.
Well, you cut me off
I'm not done. And I stood over there and I listened to you, and I was like, it's a ton of bullshit too.
Oh, sure.
But we're gonna address this, right?
Yeah.
You are passing judgment on people who lack the tools to do what it is that they need to do to get themselves to a certain point of health. There are multitudes of factors that weighs into what goes on with somebody's body. There are people that even if they work out, losing the weight does not come as simple as just going to the gym, cutting calories, watching everything that you eat. There are some people that have a disposition. I have a disposition. But does that mean that I'm not active? Does that mean that I'm not doing certain things? No, it doesn't. But you're passing judgment on somebody's body that you know nothing about. Now, on the flip side, what if I turned around and I did the same thing to you? You're talking about how fit and stuff that you are, but you're over there and you're smallest compared to these other guys. So how does that feel if someone comes? No,
I would say that, you know, the most biggest and the most Chad was the most calmest. I'm not gonna lie.
True.
I'm not gonna lie.
He came in there like...
He came in there, he's like,
hey
guys.
no bullying.
Listen here.
Excuse me, sorry.
It's not sorry, you know. Someone looks at me with all these giant muscles and thinks I'm gross. You know, like I know how it feels because of all these ginormous boulders on me.
Bro, everyone's just flexing on everyone.
Literally, like I swear to God, all the gym bros are just waiting to get their piece in on saying like, yeah, I did the work, why can't you? Like I swear to God, that's their whole fucking point. They have no other point. But like, and what he had truth in what he said, you know, like, I mean, he stayed to the prompt, you know, he was like, I don't see them as disgusted, here's why. And then, of course, the other guy just, what was his name? Mayan?
I don't remember.
Mr. M. He took it to a whole different place when he was confronted, and then this guy cut him off, trying to go at him about the tools and everything. I thought what he was gonna say is that they're not provided in a sense of like, because like this would have been a better sentence. The tools that you say that you have aren't provided in the presence of or intents of you not being effective with fat people to use the tools with. You're only going towards people that are either already fit or trying to get into a better fit. And then when it comes to fat people, you are even more harsh and even more of a bully, in his words, because of their situation. That's what would have been a better one, because then it puts Mr. M at a position of, damn, if I want more people to follow my tools in my program, maybe I should be a little bit of a more open-minded thinker. But instead he went to the point of like, nobody has those tools. Bruh,
that's not...
the toolbox is there. You gotta look for the tools. You can't work on a nut with a fucking hammer. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, nobody knows, but learn. Don't let that prohibit you. You know, like, it's not that nobody doesn't do it or nobody doesn't have it. Nobody's being taught it. And there's two sides of the ignorance happening. There's one that's saying like, well, where are they? And then the other one being like, well, I'm not gonna fucking give it to you.
Yeah. But like, I don't know, like when people say that they don't have the tools, or like some people say it's harder to lose weight. Like, I get that it's harder to lose weight, but no other time in history have we had people that are like 400, 500 pounds. Like, it's not because that, like, you're naturally like that.
You didn't come out the poutine fucking as a little mound of meat. You know what I mean?
No, literally. It's due to the decisions that you've made and the decisions that you haven't made. It's like the fact that you decided to do whatever and not do whatever. That's just what it is, and you have to accept that. But like, I feel like a lot of these people have built such like a mindset around like not like around protecting themselves, because there's other people like this guy that are like, yeah, you're a piece of blah 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 because you're fat and this and that. Like, that makes these people less open to the idea of feeling safe to like start the process, because there's people like this guy.
Yeah.
But of course they're gonna have that mindset of like being like, oh well, we can't because there's like,
because everybody's telling them.
Yeah, because there's people like this guy, like
the people that they trust are telling them that they're not getting the tools, so it's okay.
Yeah, but I also think, yeah. But anyway, let's continue.
Yeah. Let's see what else they gotta say. I want to see if anybody comes up with a medical thing.
You said shame, right?
Yeah.
So how does that feel if someone comes up and they start shaming you for size? Like, come on, it goes both ways.
We're just in the first prompt. We gotta be careful about targeting each other too directly.
I mean, I'm not offended. It's fine. He's emotional.
It goes
and that's fine.
in every direction.
He's obviously very triggered. But yeah, so let's talk about, let's hit the first part. Tools. What are the tools? The tools are simply knowledge that you can get for free on the internet. If you have the ability and the discipline to go out there and get the knowledge, then you're going to lose weight. It's just that simple. It's just that people want to always make excuses for why. Oh, my feelings. Oh, I don't know what, you don't know what people are going through, blah, blah, blah. No. You can watch your calories, you can go to the gym, you have time to do it. People just like to make excuses.
I don't think anyone's debating that weight loss is impossible here. I think the question is, why do you hate fat people, that you feel the disgust towards it?
Well, like I said before, it's a culmination of a bunch of bad decisions. I'm not gonna go ahead and give the same level of respect to someone who's a fat ass to someone that has worked really hard and diligently on their physique, because your body's outward manifestations,
There's more
other decisions,
factors to a
your
human
consistency
being than their body.
Well, you could judge a lot just off of someone's physique. You'd be like, okay, well, this guy is lazy, and that's personified through their physique. It's the truth.
Abe, I saw you wanted to say something.
Just to take it back to the prompt, I think we just kind of went all over the place there.
We're still focusing on the word disgust.
Just the word disgust. I mean, I would never look at someone and show disgust towards them. I mean, I think I would respect, like you said. I mean, you don't respect everyone, like you said, but I think...
Respect is earned.
I mean, it is earned, but I mean, I think at a humane level, we can learn to appreciate each other's differences.
Yeah, I don't know if like disgust would be the right word, right?
I know.
Greg mentioned some health implications with being overweight or obese. Yeah. I think being concerned might be a better.
That's the word I was going to go
better
for.
word.
Like, I can show concern for someone. for the way that they are, but I would never look at someone and say, like, you're disgusting.
But is it any
Like,
different than if you see somebody who's extremely anorexic, they're 50 pounds, you look at them and you're in shock? Oh my God, like something happens in your body you can't control. You can't stop that. Like how can you not? I don't hate them.
That's different
it's just,
from,
wow, oh my God, it's like, it's disgusting. Like, holy goodness gracious.
That's a shock
Why would
factor,
you use
though.
the word
That's not
disgusting,
disgusting.
right? So you just mentioned the polar opposite of what we are, right? But why would you look at them and be disgusted versus concerned? That is a very specific word, and it has very specific connotations behind it. And when it's used, it's somewhat weaponized as well.
I don't think we can help how we feel. I don't think I can choose like, oh, I just am not. It would be sitting here and lying. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'm always going to be honest with people. I'm disgusted. This is just how I feel.
The thing is, when you see a fat person, the reason why it's disgusting and the reason why there's so much pushback on this whole body positivity and people make fun of Lizzo, rightfully so, by the way, is because it's unattractive, it's unhealthy. Until we had this woke era, they used to put like models and attractive people on the cover of magazines that were in shape. Why? So that people can aspire to look like that. And it's healthy and it looks better in general. You look good, feel good. But when you're fat, it says a lot about you. People aren't going to sit there and be like, let me see if he's a good person. No, they're just going to assume that you're lazy, which you are, by the way, when you're fat. And you don't have discipline, which you are, by the way. So they're just going to assume off of what they see. That's the world that we live in.
I love
Just
how
so you don't forget.
you stated a ton of assumptions. You didn't state not one fact. You just stated assumptions.
It pops up in the corner.
I want to move on to the next prompt, but we're definitely...
Can I say one thing? Just one question. Yeah. Like, let's say you knew he used to be 600 pounds, and how much do you weigh now?
I'm 384.
And now he's 384. Do you see him as less disgusting knowing he's lost 220 pounds?
No, that's fantastic.
I
but
think, yes,
there's still work to be done. But here's the thing, like I said before, unfortunately, human beings judge a book by its cover. It's just the world that we live in. Fat people that identify as 97 genders, whatever, they expect us to change our worldview for them, and that's just not how the world works. Like it's been that way, it's always going to be that way.
That's all right, what I don't get.
We gotta,
it's just the world that we're in. Like people are gonna,
it's different. My bad.
No, let's reset. Jacked men are more attractive than fat.
All right, first prompt.
Okay.
Guy's a master. He's a premium fucking diamond rated fucking rage baiter, bro. Literally, I honestly think he just was on there because they knew him. Like they knew the kind of like environment he'd bring to the table to like
He's
push
known
it
for
up.
that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he's definitely known for rage baiting. Cause wow, everything he said just sounded fucking stupid. It honestly, it didn't sound like it had a just like intellectual process. It all just sounded like something you'd see off of a fucking hashtag on a post. It's like 95 genders, LGBTQ2 fucking Reese's Pieces.
No.
You know, like I feel like he tagged that. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't. I don't respect his views the moment he like doesn't actually think about his answer. All he's talking about is like something that has to do with completely not the topic. He's talking about fat people. He's not talking about why he's disgusted. And then when he finally did say why he was disgusted, continued to push something incredibly stupid. The beauty industry is a complete lie. It's all about the eye of the beholder. Everybody has a different view on beauty. He said it wasn't sexy. There's people that would prefer someone with a lot of skin on them rather than somebody skinny. That's just somebody's preference at that point. And he's saying that the worldview should be more back towards where people are scared to be themselves, are doing crazy ass surgeries, risky ass routines, and buying all types of shit for corporate America. You want to get political? We'll get fucking political. That shit is all advertisement. The beauty industry is advertisement and will always be advertisement. Lizzo was advertisement for bigger people. You know why? Because there are bigger people, regardless. And then plus models, again, an ad. That's all they are. That's the beauty industry is just an ad. So to use that as a point for the argument of why he's disgusted just shows that he doesn't really care. He doesn't really think about it. All he thinks about is him and the things that he's involved with. He doesn't care about fat people. When he says like, oh yeah, there's still much work to be done. Exactly. You don't care about his progress. You don't care about what he's done and what the journey that he was on. You didn't care about how long it took him, what calories he took, what he was eating, like you said you did. Like you said you were doing for yourself. You were just like, yeah, no, he just needs to work harder. But anyways, back to my point. I just don't respect his view because he's not thinking.
Well, I think he's just like, he's very much trying to get attention. Like, he's trying to ruffle people up. He's trying to get, reaction. Because, I mean, you could even say like, all those guys could have been like, yeah, I feel disgusted. But that guy in specific, like, he went after the individual people, like, and like, I think that was what ruffled feathers, because like, anyone can come onto this and know that they're gonna have other opinions, and you can accept that, and that's whatever. It is what it is.
This is a debate, yeah.
But like, when you start attacking like the individual person, that's when it's personal. It's like, whoa, why are you doing it? You know what I mean?
So, like, it's not that deep. Like, we're just talking. It's like, no,
yeah.
Fuck you.
That was trying to.
You need to stop being fat right now.
Literally.
The same with the other guys. Like, I can't help but be disgusted. I mean, yeah, but like, dude, like it's not that serious though. Like, you over here looking like you about to fucking kill them for being fat. Like,
no, that he meant that. I know, he was really upset.
I fucking hate fat people. Oh my god.
Oh my god. No,
you're telling me you have 20% body fat? What the fuck are you doing, you lazy piece of shit?
Imagine he had a son. Like, that's what I worry about. Like, what if these guys have sons one day and they're like struggling?
I don't think they get much out of the sack, if I'm being honest. I don't think they have a high count.
Maybe not.
Honestly, I don't even think there's anything there. I think it's very, very minuscule. But yeah, first prompt.